Guys can give you these rings, you know that. He's doing a handoff to you. Okay.
Or she gets fruit expensive.
Liv! Liv! They're forgetting the flowers. Liv! Liv!
Liv, the flowers.
Flowers! 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 Throw some flowers! Throw some flowers!
Sorry.
Take care of her.
Good afternoon, everyone. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Steve. I'm going to try to hold it together. I'm not too sure about two of these. I'll be the one officiating today's ceremony. Welcome to all of you. Welcome, family and friends. What a truly special day this is today. Only rarely do any of us take the time to travel so far to meet all of our closest friends and family for the sole purpose of celebrating. We're gathered here to witness and to celebrate the marriage of Stephen and Brett. We're not here to mark the start of a relationship. We're here to recognize a bond that already exists. Today we have come together to witness the joining of these two lives. For them, out of the routine of ordinary life, the extraordinary has happened. They met each other, fell in love, and are finalizing it with this wedding. Brett and Stephen have spent the last 4 years together, so we have come together to bear witness to the bond that has already grown between them. Today they will affirm this bond formally and publicly. As Proust said, let us be grateful to people who make us happy. They are the gardeners who make our souls blossom. Brett and Stephen hope that they can mark their transition to husband and wife not only by celebrating the love between themselves, but by also celebrating the love between all of us, including the parents, siblings, extended family, and best friends. Today would be far less joyous. Thank you all for being here. Before we begin today's ceremony, I'd like to acknowledge the presence of some family members who are sorely missed. Brett's mother, Laureen, her grandparents, Lois, Joan and Jim, Stephen's grandparents, Stanley and Francis, Marie and Tom, Uncle Don and Aunt Jeannie. We feel their presence with us today and take joy in the knowledge that they would all be thrilled to see this bride marry this groom with so many admirers in attendance. Let us bow our heads in prayer. Lord, we thank you for gathering everyone here today. We ask that you help Stephen and Brett to remember the strong love that they share, to work that love to practical things so that nothing can divide them. May their love always inspire them to be kind in their words, considerate of others' feelings, and concerned for the other needs and wishes. Increase their faith and trust in you. Bless their marriage with peace and happiness, and make their love fruitful for your glory and their joy, both here and in eternity. Amen. In his letter to the Corinthians, Paul wrote, "Love is patient, love is kind. Love does not envy or boast. It is not arrogant or rude. It does not insist on its own way. It is not irritable or resentful. It does not rejoice at wrongdoing, but rejoices with the truth. Love bears all things, believes in all things, hopes all things, endures all things. Love never ends." While the commitment begins with the two of you, its effect radiates outward. It touches your family and friends and ultimately all of society. When this commitment is seriously made and continuously fulfilled, it leads to the richest and most rewarding of human relationships. This is, I am sure, what you, Stephen, want for Brett, and it is also what you, Brett, want for Stephen. It is also what your family and friends who are gathered here want for the two of you. When a couple treats each other with kindness, love, and respect, the best of what marriage has is the result. Your relationship will take more than love. It will take trust. Know in your heart you want only the best for each other. Dedication to stay open to one another, to learn and to grow, even when it is difficult to do so. And faith to go forward together without knowing what the future holds for you both. At this point, I'd like to call up Marcia King for the first reading. Please be seated.
Sorry.
Oops. These hands. These are the hands of your best friend. They are holding yours on your wedding day as you promise to love each other today, tomorrow, and forever. These are the hands that will work alongside yours as you build your future together. These are the hands that will passionately love you and care for you throughout the years. These are the hands that will hold you when fear or grief torment your mind, and with the slightest touch will comfort you like no other. These are the hands that will give you strength when you struggle, and support and encouragement to chase down your dreams. These are the hands that will tenderly hold your children and help keep your family together as one. These are the hands that will countless times wipe the tears from your eyes, tears of sorrow and tears of joy. And lastly, these are the hands that even when wrinkled with age, will still be reaching for yours, still giving you the same unspoken tenderness with just a touch. May these hands continue to build a loving relationship that lasts a lifetime.
And I'd also like to call up Don Knight for the second reading.
Only once in your life, I truly believe, you find someone who can completely turn your world around. You tell them things that you've never shared with another soul, and they absorb everything you say and actually want to hear more. You share your hopes for the future, dreams that may or may not come true, goals that may or may not be achieved, and the many joys and sorrows that life has thrown at you. When something wonderful happens, you can't wait to tell them about it, knowing they will share in your excitement. They are not embarrassed to cry with you when you are hurting or laugh with you when you make a fool of yourself. Never do they hurt your feelings or make you feel like you're not good enough, but rather they build you up and show you the things about yourself that make you special and beautiful. There is never any pressure, jealousy, or competition, but only a quiet calmness when they are around. You can be yourself and not worry about what they will think of you because they love you for who you are. Things that never interested you before become fascinating because you know they are important to this person who is so special to you. You think of this person on every occasion and in everything you do. You find strength in knowing you have a true friend and soulmate who will remain loyal to the end. Life seems completely different, exciting, and worthwhile. Your only hope and security is in knowing that they are a part of your life. For you guys.
A brief
Can you
moment
stop
in
right?
time
That's it.
and the stroke of a
Is that
pen
it?
are all that is required to create the legal bond of marriage. But it takes a lifetime of love, commitment, and laughter to make a marriage durable and eternal. The process of marriage does not begin or end today. It is a lifelong pursuit. Your relationship already has all of the necessary components for success, but you must work to maintain that from here forward by remembering what is important in your relationship and why you are making this commitment to one another today. Stephen and Brett, as long as you are both respectful of each other, you will make it through the numerous changes and chapters that your lives will take. As long as you honor the promises that you will make to each other today, you will create a life of love and happiness. Stephen, repeat after me. I take you, Brett, to be my best friend,
I take you, Brett, to be my best friend,
my faithful partner,
my faithful partner,
and my one true love.
and my one true love.
I promise to encourage you
I promise to encourage you
and inspire you,
and inspire you,
and to love you truly through good times and bad.
and to love you truly in good times and in bad.
I will forever be there to laugh with you,
I will forever be there to laugh with you,
to lift you up when you are down,
to lift you up when you are down,
and to love you unconditionally
and to love you unconditionally
through all of our adventures in life together.
through all of our adventures in life together.
Brett, I take you, Stephen, to be my best friend,
I take you, Stephen, to be my best friend,
my faithful partner,
my faithful partner,
and my one true love.
and my one true love.
I promise to encourage you and inspire you,
I promise to encourage you and inspire you,
and to love you truly through good times and bad.
And to love you truly through good times and bad.
I will forever be there to laugh with you,
I will forever be there to laugh with you.
to lift you up when you are down,
To lift you up when you are down.
and to love you unconditionally
And to love you unconditionally.
through all of our adventures in life together.
Through all of our adventures in life together.
Did I say that right?
Yeah, I think so.
Did I
Maybe, I don't know.
Wedding rings are a symbol of commitment and love. The rings are circular, like your love, with no beginning and no end. They represent what has been and what will always be. Wedding rings are made precious by our wearing them. Your rings say that even in your uniqueness, you have chosen to be bound together. Let these rings also be a sign that love has a substance as well as a soul, a present as well as a past, and that despite its occasional sorrows, love is a circle of happiness, wonder, and delight. May these rings remind you always of the vows you have taken here today. Can we please present the rings? Do you, Stephen, take Brett to be your lawful wedded wife?
I do. I thought you were going a little further.
That's me, no? That's me.
No, me first.
Do you, Brett, take Stephen to be your lawful wedded husband?
I do.
I do.
Can they get on? My hands are a little sweaty.
By the power vested in me, and I have a lot of power today, and by the state of Vermont, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. and Mrs. Grabowski.
All right, folks, up first we have the father of the bride. This is Mr. John Stanley. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Brett and Stephen's Day. What a happy day, with many happy days to come. So many things to look forward to. Honeymoon to start. First night home together as the Grabowskis. The rest of your lives together to start and raise a family. I'd like to offer a few words of wisdom. Well, a little more than a few. I'll call it my happiness recipe. What I have is an alphabetical guide for a happy life together. So here it is. Admiration. Agree and agree to disagree. Babies. Compassion, camaraderie, communicate, compromise. Dance, dream. Encourage each other. Fun, flowers, family, friendship. Graciousness. Hug, humor, hockey. Imagine, include, joke, kiss, at least twice a day. Know when to hold them and when to fold them. Like each other, love each other, laugh, live life, Laureen. a full cup. Music, make love, nurture, nice, be nice, optimism, party, preserve friendships, quiet understanding, know when to be silent, respect, space, give each other space, spice, lots of spice, share, selflessness, sow seeds together, trust, total, trustworthiness, tolerance, talk, understanding, vacation, vote.
Trump, Trump, Trump!
Willingness, X, O, X, O, X, O. Yelling, no yelling. And Z's, we all know what Z's are, right? Well, each night before catching some, be sure to hug or spoon for at least 10 minutes and never go to sleep mad. So let's all raise a glass and drink a toast to Brett and Steven and this time-tested recipe.
Thank you. How about a nice round of applause for Mr. Stenger? Thank you, sir. Okay, up next we have the father of the groom. How about a round of applause for Mr. Steve?
Thank you all. Thank you. I'm the guy that was at the top of the hill over there. Okay, the mic is working. So, this morning we went skeet shooting. It was kind of a bonding experience for the guys that were part of the wedding ceremony, and me and John. Okay, do I have to say that all over again? So, it was a bonding experience for all of us. Somebody suggested that Stephen go first, and of course we persuaded him to do that. He got the instructions on how to shoot a shotgun. He got up there, he had so much confidence, he looked terrific, he had the right outfit on. He yells, pull, and this, what is it called? A bird comes flying out, and boom, he shoots it, and he kills it, he nails it. All the buddies are impressed, they start clapping, Stephen, good job, good job. The next 19 shots were shot into, I don't even know, into air. Nobody knows where they went. Now, the interesting part of this whole thing is Stephen of 20 years ago would have been on the ground, yelling and screaming, cursing, stamping his feet, crying, swearing, and just having a terrible temper tantrum. It could have been very ugly. But yet, he stood there at the back, and he walked away, he didn't say anything, but he just started swaying. As you happy friends know that he does that. I think he was swearing under his breath, but in all honesty, he's much more measured these days. He's matured greatly. Although if I ask his friends, they may be different, give me different opinions. He is and always has been the son that I dreamed of having. One who loves his friends and his family. He's got a great smile with one beautiful dimple. A fierce competitor. And now I can say that he's one that loves his wife dearly. A short time ago up on the knoll, I mentioned a few things like love and commitment, family and happiness. Today is truly one of the happiest days of my life. Not many days exceed this level of happiness. However, a few come to mind. One stands out. That was when Josephine and I got married, and we merged our two families together. Josephine and I, Stephen and Kit, and of course our dogs. Another day is when I brought Stephen home 32 years ago and introduced him to his new family. It was a day of pure joy and love, much like today is. It was a great day. I thought he was the most beautiful baby in the world. But I know that my sisters had equally beautiful babies. But I have seen pictures of Brett's baby pictures, and I have to admit, she definitely fits right in with the family. So there is competition. But that day, I was a little afraid, I was scared, I didn't know what to expect from the future. But I knew that there was love in our house. I knew that there was love in our family. And I knew that that would get us through whatever came to us in the future. That's all we needed. And that kept us together all these years. And now today I look at these two and I see the love that they have for one another. That's the important ingredient to continue their lives together. If Brett and Stephen are as lucky as Josephine and I have been these past 15 years, then they will have the love and happiness that they deserve. Brett and Stephen have great chemistry together. They look at each other, they smile at each other, they laugh at each other's jokes. Their eyes light up when they see each other. Much like Josephine and I. They are made for one another. They are destined to be together. We wish them good health and happiness, sustaining love for the future, and as John said, many beautiful children. We love you both very much. And we wish all that life has to offer you. Stola, congratulations.
Thank you very much. That's the father of the groom, Mr. Steve Grabowski. Maids and matron of honor. Up first, maid of honor, Donna Telefino.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Donatella. Thank you for coming. Brett and I have been friends since middle school, and I always thought that we were destined to be friends because prior to meeting her, I was told to look out for a girl named Brett. Completely forgot I was ever told that, and then we became friends, and I met her, and my brother, a few months into middle school, said, "Hey, Donna, did you ever meet this girl named Brett Stanger?" And I go, "I know a girl named Brett. I don't know her last name, but let me check." So the next day, I go into school, and I run up to the cafeteria, and I say, "Are your cousins Shetton and Bobby?" And Brett looks at me, and she goes, "You're Donna Fino." And I said, "Yeah." And I was like, "You're Brett Stanger." And so I felt like that was the beginning of a great friendship, and that we were kind of destined to be friends, much like these two were destined to be together. So, 4 years ago, I remember seeing Stephen and Brett on Facebook, and I was living away, and I was like, who is this handsome young guy? And I was waiting for Brett to call me, and all of a sudden I get a call from Brett, and she's like, "So I have to tell you something." She's like, "I met this guy at a wedding," and she starts, telling me all these amazing things and how he actually was trying to get her to dance. And if anybody knows Brett, she doesn't dance at all. And he got her to dance. And it made me smile because it got things to do you never did. And I started thinking of all the times that I would always ask Brett, like, she would meet somebody, and I'd be like, "Are you putting on your running shoes?" And she'd say yes. And I realized that when she met Stephen, and I'm in a room full of 200 people, and nobody's going to hear me say this ever again, but I was wrong. Stephen, she never put on her running shoes. Stephen put on his and kept up with her. And he was made to go on every adventure possible. And since you came in her life, you have put the biggest smile on her face. And I thank you for it. She has the most beautiful smile that needs to be shared with the entire world. And I thank you, Stephen, for making Brett be the happiest, most beautiful person in the entire world. And I thank you. Thank you for making my friend so happy. So that being said, I have one thing to say. I'm going to end with this. I'm just going to end with this. May the long time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way home. Much happiness to you both. I love you.
All right, thank you, Donatella. Up next, we have Matron of Honor, Patricia Floyd.
Before I start my speech, I just wanted to set the stage to what life was like 15 years ago, Salve style. Every once in a while, two people meet, and you know it's meant to be. You know instantly that the stars have aligned, and their paths would bring them together regardless of what the world may throw their way. Well, this is clearly the case 15 years ago when Brett and I first met at Salve Regina University. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Patty, and I am privileged to be their matron of honor on this beautiful occasion. Brett and I may not have been childhood friends. We never played dress up or imagined what our weddings would be like. We didn't go to elementary school together, we didn't play with Barbies or My Little Ponies, but none of that matters because I feel like I've known you my whole life. We know more about each other than we probably care to, and that's because we can share anything without passing too much judgment. We have laughed together and we have cried together. We have way too many inside jokes together that we only find funny, and I think that's why we're friends, because we only find us hysterical. Brett, you have become not only my best friend, but more like a sister. Through the best times and the hardest, you have always been there. No matter what happens, day in and day out, I know that in 50 years, we will have the exact same friendship as we do now. TJ and I could not have picked a more perfect role model to be Cameron's godmother. Our hope for her is that she grows up to be as kind, as compassionate, like her Auntie Brett. Auntie Brett? I hope you continue to snack together, read books over and over together, be silly together, and that your relationship is full of love and laughter for all the years to come. Okay, now. Together since 2001, Brett and I have pretty much celebrated every St. Patrick's Day, Cinco de Mayo, 4th of July, 21st birthdays, college graduations, 30th birthdays, babies, housewarmings, engagements, and weddings. A single snow flurry resulted in calling our own snow days from our college courses, and on any random weekday night, you get a witness Brett running around our dorm in a raincoat and backpack, all thanks to our good old friend 99 Bananas. Really, we found any reason to celebrate. I have the best memories in college, all because of you. I'd like to think we've come a long way since wristbands and long nails and playing Missy Elliott on repeat, or trashing our dorm room so we wouldn't get a third roommate, or hosting theme parties at our house that no one would come to, and then ending up sitting in our kitchen by ourselves. Having a pet rock named Freddy, an imaginary dog named Dog, and an imaginary friend named Sight. And running over the Goat Island Bridge, and lastly, showing up to parties with one earring. I wouldn't change it for the world. You are a blast to be with, and I'm so lucky that you were just my roommate. I remember the first time that we met Steven. Brett could not wait to introduce him to us. I remember thinking how perfect you two were for each other, and that you two complete each other. Not only do you love each other, but you both care about everybody. You have big hearts and awesome sense of humor. You two are best friends, and Steven, you make her extremely happy, and I know she loves you more than words can describe. After knowing Brett for almost a decade, I can honestly say that you are what she was missing. You are her other half. I've known her with you and without you, and to know her with you is the happiest, best version of her that I've ever met. Fast forward to last May, the day I got the most exciting FaceTime ever. Steven proposed to Brett. I was at a wedding and ran out of the room giddy with excitement. The sparkle in her eye and smile on her face said it all. We laughed, we screamed, we cried. I'm sure Steven really appreciated the loud shriek coming from the phone minutes after he proposed, but that's what you get. When you date her, you get all of that. Lastly, it is written, when your children find true love, their parents find true joy. I believe that all of your parents who are present in this room smiling ear to ear up in heaven while sipping her inch of champagne, of course, are truly happy for you both that you have each other. We are all missing Lorraine this weekend, but now she's dancing and celebrating with us every step of the way. Those we love don't go away. They walk beside us every day, unseen, unheard, but always near, still loved, will miss, but very dear. If everyone can raise their glass and join me in congratulating the beautiful bride and handsome groom on the day we've been waiting so long for. I'm so happy for you both. And just let's party. I don't know. I love you both so much. Really nervous. Is Brett not the most beautiful bride you have ever seen? She's beautiful inside and out. I'm so very lucky to be able to call Brett my best friend. My best friend for 20 years. I wasn't sure we'd make it this far. Being that, it basically all started with a secret three-way phone call. When we were about 12, where Brett said she didn't like me. We've obviously came a long way, from popcorn tins to countless pig roasts and sabados, to limitless bottles of Corval Brut, to Avon walks in New York City in memory of an amazing woman. Through this whole process, I have been finding myself at a loss for words. It is difficult to find adequate words to describe to all of you what Brett and our friendship mean to me. It is simply indescribable. I have to say, it is truly heartwarming to see Brett live her life, honoring Mama Stanger any way she can, in her cooking, baking, and her crafts. Lorene is and will always be by your side. Stephen, you are one lucky man to be spending the rest of your life with this beautiful soul. I see how happy you make her, and I am truly grateful for that. I can't wait to see what your future holds together. Hopefully lots of babies. I leave you two with this. The most beautiful things in the world cannot be seen or touched. They are felt with the heart. To Brett and Stephen, and a lifetime of love and happiness. I love you both.
I like to make a toast to Brett and Stephen, aka The Godfather. I am so happy that you found somebody in your life that makes you smile as much as you make me smile. Nastarovia.
Oh, this guy killed it. That's Kai Komodo right there, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, if I could have your attention, please. We're going to begin with the best men's speeches. There are 3 of them. Up first, we have Best Man, Mr. Pete Galoris.
All right. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Pete, and I've
have known each other for a long, long time, but it wasn't until the 10th grade where he transferred to Trinity and we actually became the friends we are today. I can't even begin to count all the cherished memories Stephen and his family have provided me with. I'll never forget and always appreciate the love all of you have shown me and look forward to many more memories to come. Look at you, Mimi. All right. So for those of you who do know me, know very well that when we get together and excitement sets in, I lose all foresight completely. And nor do I care, because I have Stephen, who has, since I've known him, served as the reality anchor to my life. Not only is Steve the most practical of us and all the best friends, but he also possesses this amazing ability to put you right in your place by responding with body language and body language alone. It could be a slight sigh, head tilt, and roll of the eyes. A disapproving look away. Or the little twinkle he gets in the back of his eyes when Godfrey crashes another car. Things unique to each one of us. Now the flip side of this incredibly organic and honest form of telepathy Stephen possesses has to do with the glow that emanates from Stephen whenever Brett is around. This is why I have absolutely no doubt in my mind that my best friend has truly found his one and only. Now it goes without saying though that these are an entirely different set of gestures we made together. And for the sake of the speech, we'll just call them fits of love. So there was one time, and one time only, where Brett actually wasn't present for one of these fits of love that Stephen had. And coincidentally enough, it happened to be the first one. And I actually remember the exact day. It was on the way to Dino Palooza. And I know it was on the way because typically you don't remember much after Dino Palooza. And so yeah, we were on the way to Dino Palooza, and not sure if I brought it up or if Stephen brought it up, but either way, the second Brett's name came up, he lit right up, and then immediately began to sap it right up. He poured his big old heart out, and me, the jerk that I was being at that given time, actually had the nerve to discourage him. I said, slow it down. It was only months into the relationship, so I'm not exactly in the wrong, but slow it down, I say. I say, relax. I say, hide your emotions like an idiot. Like a freaking idiot. Okay. I think I was being maybe 2 parts protected, 3 parts asshole, something like that. Bear with me, I'm trying to scroll through my phone. That was one of my bullet points. No. Okay. I'd like to take this opportunity also to thank Big Steve and Josephine. You guys have truly You guys created the happiest and healthiest possible environment for us boys to grow. And I mean that as much literally as I do emotionally. For those of you who haven't been to a late grade 16 Burt Moore, it's where you'd imagine Tinkerbell goes to lay her wings at night. I'll forever miss that place, and I'll probably visit it for the future. I forgive you, basically. It's all right. I'm sure it makes things better. I also like to take a minute to thank John, the bride's father. Where is he? Yes, John. Not only did he kick my ass in skeet shooting earlier, but he also gave a kick-ass speech before. also like to thank everybody that traveled here from UK and across the United States. Without your presence here, this celebration wouldn't be complete, and we thank you for coming. Where are you guys? You guys are back there. Thank you. All the way back. Cheap seats. And France, I'm so sorry. So many. Too many to list. Stephen, Brett, I love you like a brother. Now you're a sister. I can't imagine a life without you guys, and I will always be there for you guys.
All right, thank you, Pete. Up next, we have best man, Mr. Godfrey Azimo. So for the next few moments, I'm going to drive one point home. The point that love and relationships change people. So for the last 8 years or 10 years or so, I've become a young professional. And I've learned to feel the work that I do, that the thing that drives the outcome for changing the kids and families that I work with is the impact of meaningful relationships and the importance of those involved for change in the life of those in their trajectory. This has been something that's been determined from statistical evidence, best practices. Love and relationships change people. And anywhere you read, those who in the room who are involved in academia and social work know that this is said, but it's never been witnessed. I can truly say and really believe that in the time that I've known Brett to be with Stephen, in the time that I've seen them together, I've witnessed a marvel act. I've seen the true impact of what a loving relationship can do to change someone. Earlier tonight, you heard a bit of some fun made at Steve for how he was crying on the floor, especially when the pain was lost. Then there was this morning's shooting. I'll leave it at that because he didn't do anything more than just shoot. I've never been able to witness in my time working effortlessly, my experience with seeing someone grow, the impact of what a loving relationship can do to somebody. The moment that Brett met Stephen, I don't know Brett very well at all, I've been able to very clearly see a glow. A true glow in Stephen. A very change of walk, something significant in how he approaches people. There's been a change in Stephen. And those who know him well, if you can articulate it, stand up. So what I know of Stephen is that before you met him, he was the man he is right now. And to be able to sit with someone and know them and call them my brother, I've never been able to witness such a marvelous change. And for anything else to be said for how this relationship wouldn't go, it only means up. Brett, you make him amazing. If this isn't a true example of how loving relationships will change somebody, I don't know what else is. Stephen, I love you. I truly do. Brett, I'm going to grow to love you the same way he is. I just want to say thank you for being in his life and really making me part of this experience. All right, thank you, Godfrey. Nice job. I mean, big time you right there, man. All right, up next we have the last best man, Mr. Kit Redding. Thank you, Joe.
Wow, this is a big crowd.
Stephen James Grabowski, aka Stevie Boy, Stevie Jr., Grabo, Grab Ass. Used to be my best friend, then he became my brother. I'm not the only one. To some people, he's their nephew. To some people, he's their cousin. To a few people, he's their son. Some people, he's their teammate on the hockey team. And now he's a fucking husband. Wow, blows my mind. And that's a big step in your manhood, bro. And I'm really proud of you. And I will always remember our boyhood. When we were little, we used to watch Tales from the Crypt and stay out late at night after Big Steve was asleep. We used to jump back when we were scared, and then we would move forward when we saw boobs. I also remember watching Steven collect Beanie Babies when we were like 19 years old. It's true. Brad, they're still in the basement. But more than anything, I remember when Steven used to force me to smell the inside of our parents' vitamin bottles because he thought that the smell was pungent but exciting. And he wanted me to share in the experience every time. But then something happened, something changed, something creeped in. He became a man. He became focused, responsible, respectful. He even started closing up his car windows before he would yell at drivers. He became a real man. He started moving fast in hockey again. He got a good job, started wearing really nice clothes. And then one day at Jonathan and Whitney Grabowski's wedding, he saw Brett Stanger on the other side of the ice. Kid, I think she's cute. You think she's cute? Yeah, I think she's cute. I look up and next thing I know, he's skating across the ice. He moves left, he says hi. He moves right, he gets her number. He moves left, they're dating. He moves right, they're moving in. He moves left, he shoots, he scores! One of the biggest goals of his life. His wife, Brett Grabowski. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna miss the old days when just us hanging out as kids. But that's life, and that's okay, you know, because I got the memories in here and in here. Plus, I think the next chapter is gonna be even better for you guys, because Brett clearly brings out the best version of you. Everyone in here sees that. You're in your 30s, 30s are the new 20s. And me, I don't have to smell those fucking vitamins anymore. I love you, dude. Congratulations.